Can you see me now?
Whole thing's smoking.
Good Monday morning, everybody. We got something on the hoist. Got something on the hoist. What do you say we get this thing up in the air and get a better look at it? All right. Yeah, we got a hole. We got a hole. We'll get that trim off there so we can see if there's anything behind that. Yeah. Feels like it's been mudded up. A little bit right there. Overall, it don't look too bad on the drop downs, a little bit in the corners, but yeah, there's definitely mud in there. You can see the mud. So you can see the mud. Yeah, this side the same way. We'll take care of it. A little bit on the door here, it looks like. And then this fender is a little bit worse. Even though it ain't popped through, you can see it's worse. First thing we need to do, get that trim off there. We'll get the emblems off, the bumper off, taillights out. Really don't need the taillights out. So I don't know, I'll look. It gets welded right here, but I want to look, see if there's enough room in there to get to it. Yeah, that exhaust might be in the way. I don't know. We'll check into it, but I'm not reassembling none of this. Now, if I take taillights out, I will put those in because they're going to drive it from here to the paint shop. But like the trim and bumper emblems, stuff like that, I'm not putting that stuff back on. Yeah. All right. Let's get the side trim off and go from there. Oh, really? Oh, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bolts going up through the bottom of that trim. All right, hold on. Well, guys, I gotta be honest. Right after I got the ratchet set up, I got a phone call to go pick up my glasses. It didn't happen. They didn't have them in, but they texted me and said they had them. And since it was getting close to when I had to leave to take my daughter down there, I went and picked her up and we did that, and that turned into a fiasco. It was an all-day event. By the time I got back here, I was not in the mood to work on this because I had so much to do. Otherwise, I ended up going upstairs and getting all the GTO parts down. That way, I can do like I said I was going to do and work on both. That took me 3 or 4 hours. And no, I didn't video none of it. It's so dark up there and it was so dusty, I didn't feel like messing with the camera. I really need to get some lights put in upstairs. Come on. Gotta figure out how this is snapped on there. Okay. That's simple. It just slides right down. Awesome. That's not bad at all. Okay. That I'm gonna have to take both of them off. Came in here this morning and had to get all the tires off my trailer to run up there. They got all the tires are in, ready to go, so I had to do that. I'm being pulled every which way, guys. Come on. Got a lot going on. that one. Back to what I do best. Fabrication. All right. This side is off. I'll get a baggie for all the screws and we'll go to the other side. All right, no screw in that one. Get that one off. Well, it might get nice out there. It's sure taking its time. I mean, it's warm, but I'm waiting on the sunshine. I'm ready for the sunshine. This side's missing a couple screws. Come on. There you go. When you're tearing them apart, it helps to label what part's what. Especially if you're not the one going to be putting it back together. Be nice for the next guy. Or yourself, if you're going to be putting it back together. The rockers actually look really good on this. I was half expecting to see the rockers ate up after looking at the rest of this. Zip like that. And I'll go ahead and get the back tires off, lower it down. Well, let's see about that rear bumper. See how that's attached. Okay. Yeah. Looks like it's bolted from inside the trunk. That's cool.
Ew! Cobwebs.
All right, let her on down and get the back. Well, there's a lot of stuff in this thing. I gotta find somewhere to go with all of it. Yep. It's a convertible. The trunk floor is decent. I'll give it that. Let me bring in. Underneath those canisters is pretty soft. Both sides. I don't know how well you can see, but both sides is pretty soft. The floor looks immaculate. Pretty impressed with that. Generally that area there is gone because it comes down off the roof and right down in there, but these are actually in really good shape there. I do believe I am going to pull the taillights out just so I have more room. I'm not going to take these out. Don't need that out. But the taillights, I need to get underneath here to get to the bumper brackets. I got to get that little marker light out. All right, well, no time like the present. 7/16, not a half. That one I'm gonna have to get the ratchet. Yep, let me grab the ratchet. Almost there. I think. Almost feels like that stud spins. It does. Great. Ah, it is spinning. How am I going to get in there to get that? All right. I'm gonna have to get that off of there. Actually, I'll just leave that on there. So, yeah. One bumper bolt on this side and two over there. Let me get this taillight over here. I'll go ahead and get that back one if I can. Well, the sun might be coming out. Kind of acts like it wants to. That one I can't get with because of that canister. You know what I need? I need a battery operated ratchet. That would be nice. Never had one. Okay. I'm gonna throw them nuts back on there. So they don't come up missing. This side's only got one bolt in the top side. And of course it's freaking stripped. Ah, that sucks. There ain't no way to get to it. Figure that out. I think I got a wrench on it. Yes. Awesome. How they did that, I have no idea. They put a nut in between that much space to get in there. Okay, now I got these two. you would have a nut. Have a nut, man. Have a nut. Oh, no. It's not a nut. It's a carriage bolt. Did the same thing on the Impala. At least this bumper ain't that heavy. Oh my goodness, that booger is heavy. Alright. Don't forget, put your nuts where they belong. That way they don't come up missing. All right. Yep, gonna have some repair on the flow. All right, get the other side this far. This side's missing a nut in the front. I have no idea what these are. Oh, this is a different size on this side. Alright, I believe I can fly. Nope, I can't. Not without an airplane. get up in here and see what's holding this convertible top mechanism. Okay. Series of bolts all the way around holding a trim piece. Right now would be a good time to have a battery operated ratchet wrench. Yep, it would be. Because there's a bunch of bolts holding that on. All right. All right, ladies and germs, let's get up in here, I guess. Let's see if we can't get this thing pulled apart. How many people can honestly say they have been inside the trunk of a '69 Firebird? All right. Oh, hey. Oh my goodness. Get up in here. I don't know if I can get the ratchet in there or not. Sure can. Now remember, guys, I've never done this before. It's a whole new experience. What are they doing? Holding the other side on? All right. First bolt out. Oh, don't fall. Awkward position. Okay. I don't know if I could get the impact up in here or not. That would be nice. Ruh-roh. Okay. Can I get to my ratchet now? There it is. Okay. Now that one is missing. So let's get this one. I'm gonna put an extension on there. How's that? It's definitely an odd position. Hopefully you guys can see, because I can't tell where the camera's aimed. Hey, wrong way. Alright. I'm going to get up in the other side there and see about working from the front to the back like I did this side. This side is a little backwards. Hey now. Where's my light? I gotta have my light. Ooh, that's enough to cramp your arms and back. I'm gonna have to change positions here. Ouch! Don't! Where are we at? I've only got one left. Awesome. All right. I think it should be ready to come down. I can't reach my camera. Maybe. Hey, look at that. Now I've got to figure out how this trim comes off of here. Yeah, I was not expecting this. How does this... I think I'm gonna have to get a strap or something to hold that somehow, because it keeps wanting to go back. Hold up. Well, it looks like there's supposed to be screws in here. There is one screw right here in this opposite corner. Right here. Looks to me like if I get that one screw out, I should be able to pop it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let me go get it. Screw the driver. Uh-oh. That's gonna be fun. That one is behind that weather strip. Oh man, you're gonna fight me. All right, there's that one. Oh my goodness. I don't remember how these are. They might be snap, they might be bolt. Why in the heck? Why won't you come out? Yes, I come out. You gotta be kidding me. There is a bolt with no head. Yeah. I've never run into that one before. Supposed to be a bolt or something going in from this side. You gotta think about how to get that out. that's out. Now let's see if we can see what we're looking at here. Okay, I gotta pull that panel and that panel off. Get the window crank off, get that panel off. Yeah, there's a lot to stripping this thing down. Floors in here look really good. All right, let me grab the drill with a bit. There's the window crank. Now, get this cover. Should have left that clip off there. I gotta roll that window back down. All right, I'm gonna have to get a different screwdriver. I mean, it's got to come off no matter what in order to do the quarter panel, so. Clips don't want to pop. I think they need new ones anyways. Ah, there you are. All that to get that one little bitty screw. Alright, put that right there. Now that, yep, that piece is ready. I don't know what that screw's for, unless they had it in that trim at one time, or in that felt, but I'm gonna save it. All right, there's that. Get all this stuff over to this side. And I'm gonna put you guys on my head so you can see what I'm looking at a little bit better. Oh. Ah, they put the clip on backwards. Hopefully you guys can see. Okay, now that off there. Where to put the window crank? There it is. Hey, a little spider. Don't worry, little fella, I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay. Come on, pop up. Pop up. All right, there's that. Crazy, you gotta pull the whole interior out for one little bitty screw. All right, there's that. Wow. Now I've got a couple boxes right there that the quarters are in. I'm going to put all the interior in it. I don't believe they want me to put it back in. I think they are going to have the interior and top and everything redone. All right. Okay, there will be a weld right there, I believe. Yep, one weld right there. All this should be freestanding around to here. And then all these welds over wherever the seam's supposed to be. And then around here, across the bottom, around. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna say that's pretty much stripped up there. I could get the sill plates off of there. I'm gonna run these back in. Gizmo. All right. Get the other sill plate off. All right. There's that. Everything should be ready to start disassembly. It's not the best seal in the world, but it's a seal. All right. Ooh, that lead is in there. You gotta strip the lead out right there. I guess I'll fire the torch up. would say they've had some issues here before. That's wild. That's down an inch. All right, guys, that is insane. Why they caved it in like that, I don't know. But when I get the quarter off, I'm going to try to straighten this side out a little bit better, get it where it needs to be. I still got to get down in there and clean that out. Yeah, I'm going to start on this before I get too entailed. Oh, that bolt that I couldn't figure out on the seat belt, they run the hanger up into the back of the seat. So yeah, I gotta hang their exhaust back up. I walked around here and I'm like, I can't believe that exhaust is hanging down there. It was solid. But I got thinking about it. That was the end of that bolt. So that makes sense why I couldn't find the other side. It was underneath, not where it looked like. But yeah, I'm going to probably work around here get that cut loose, and then put the tire back on so it's sitting on the ground the way it should be. I want it stabilized. Either that or I'll lift it up and put blocks underneath to hold it. Something. I want it under its own weight when I do the quarters. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow morning. I'm going to start cleaning one side off, get in there, see how bad it is, and rock and roll on it. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here till the next one. Have a blessed day.
Yeah. Well, this is a song about muddier and wider. Started with rust and a grinder in my hand. Then steel burnt sleeve sparks in the air. Bone right there.